Have you ever faced something so big, so overwhelming, that it felt impossible to overcome? That's exactly what the story of David and Goliath is about. A young man, an underdog, standing up against the impossible. Picture this: two armies camped out on hillsides, staring each other down across a valley. On one side, the Philistines, tough, battle-hardened warriors, and leading them is Goliath. He's not just tall, he's massive. Armor gleaming, spear like a tree trunk, voice booming across the battlefield. Every day he shouts out a challenge. "Send me one man to fight me. If he wins, we'll be your servants. But if I win, you'll be ours." And Israel's army? They're frozen. No one dares move. For 40 days, this giant taunts them. Meanwhile, David isn't even a soldier. He's the youngest son in his family, a shepherd boy who spends his days watching sheep and writing songs to God. His father sends him to the battlefield just to bring food to his older brothers. When David hears Goliath's challenge, something rises up in him. Everyone else sees a giant that can't be beaten. David sees a man who dares to defy the living God. Isn't that how life feels sometimes? Everyone else looks at the problem and says, "It's too big, it can't be done." But sometimes it takes a fresh pair of eyes, someone who refuses to be intimidated, to see things differently. David steps forward. King Saul tries to help by giving him armor, a sword, a shield, but it's too heavy. David shrugs it off. He chooses instead what he knows, a sling and 5 smooth stones from a nearby stream. He walks out into the valley, facing Goliath. The giant laughs when he sees him. A boy with no armor, no sword. "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" he sneers. But David doesn't back down. He replies, "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty." He pulls a stone from his pouch, places it in the sling, and lets it fly. The stone whistles through the air. Crack! It sinks into Goliath's forehead. The giant staggers, then crashes face first to the ground. Silence falls. The mighty warrior, defeated by a shepherd boy with a sling. David stands over the fallen giant, not in triumph but in quiet reverence. The camera slowly circles him as the armies on both hillsides begin to react. Cheers from the Israelites, retreat from the Philistines. David looks up toward heaven, his face peaceful and grateful. The golden hour light bathes the scene in warm, hopeful tones. David doesn't win because he's bigger, or stronger, or more experienced. He wins because he refuses to see the giant as unbeatable. He steps forward with courage, faith, and the tools he already has. And maybe that's the heart of the story for us today. Our giants may not look like warriors in armor. They might be fear, loneliness, debt, illness, or something we've carried for years. But giants fall when we choose courage over fear, faith over doubt, and when we use what's already in our hands. David's story reminds us, you don't have to be the biggest to make a difference. You don't have to be the strongest to face what's in front of you. Sometimes, all it takes is a willing heart, a little courage, and faith that the giant isn't as powerful as it seems.